Hi everyone and welcome back to my channel. Today's video is my February favorites. If you're a returning subscriber, thank you for joining me for today's video, and if you're new to my channel, go ahead and click that subscribe button. That way you won't miss any of my uploads. Alright everyone, so I don't know what's going on with me. I think I'm just doing the most, and I've been making a list of all of the favorites that I wanted to talk to you guys about, and the list is nowhere to be found. I think I know where it is, but I'm just gonna roll with it. I've kind of tried to pull my products by memory, but I have a feeling I'm going to leave something out. I'll just add it to March. Okay, let's just jump into it. I have quite a few products. I've been filming a marathon today, and this is the third video. I'll do all of my skincare at one time before doing the makeup. I'm gonna start though with my non-beauty favorites, okay? I have this scarf that I purchased from the Loft online, and if I can find the link to it, I'll make sure to link it down below. It's almost like a jacket to me. Look how long this is, okay? I put this on every day. I'm a person who doesn't like to wear coats for the most part unless it is absolutely freezing. And so I'll just wrap myself up in this. If I get cold at work, I'll keep it on. And it's like a part of my outfit now. And it's just one of these long flowy scarves, and you just can do so much with it. Like you can make the infinity scarf. I've worn it a lot ever since I got it. This is definitely a favorite, and I thought I would tell you guys about it. I wear it all the time, practically every day. I'll try to find the link for it and put it in the description box. Another favorite that I want to tell you guys about is this popcorn. My mom stumbled upon this on Amazon, and she sent me a whole case of this popcorn because she fell in love with it. It's Angie's BOOMCHICKAPOP. This is sweet and salty kettle corn, and this is the best kettle corn that I've ever tried that comes in a bag like this. It's very competitive with like kettle corn that you find out at like the fair, amusement parks and things like that. Sometimes you can buy fresh made kettle corn. This is kind of better than some of that because sometimes that gets stale. This is really fresh, and it is the best out there. It's 70 calories per cup. 2.5 servings is in the bag, and the serving size is 2 cups. My best friend, I gave her one. She fell in love with it too, and she said she saw it at Target and at the Dollar Tree. So there's other places you can get it besides Amazon, but it is very good. I'm gonna do my skincare really fast. This is a Trader Joe's coconut body butter, and oh my goodness, it just smells like pure coconut. It smells so good. I was at Trader Joe's shopping for something else and ran into a former co-worker, and she had 2 of these in her hand, and I was like, tell me what's up with this. And she said this is so good. And it says luxurious body butter made with coconut oil, shea butter, and vitamin E. I can't remember what I paid for it, but I want to think it was way less than $10. It was very affordable from what I remember. I only bought one, but I thought if this is great, it's going to just make my life because it was so much cheaper than some of the other body butters that I use, and it is very, very good. So I have used quite a bit of it, and I do recommend it. You can find it at Trader Joe's. I talked to you guys about this lotion when I talked about products I purchased during the holidays, and this is the Vanilla Bean Noel, and look at how much I've used since I got it around Christmas time. And it has shea butter and vitamin E in it, and it's like a vanilla scented lotion from Bath and Body Works. I've realized now that I still like Bath and Body Works lotions, but I don't like the super intense fragrant lotions from there anymore. This is just perfect. And I can smell the vanilla on my body all day. So if you don't like to smell it all day, you might not like it, but it is such a soft fragrance and it smells so good, and I have been using this like crazy. The sad part is you probably won't be able to get it again until the holidays roll around, but I'm sure the vanilla fragrance of this is probably not that different, okay? I wanted to talk about Summer Fridays. I showed this product in like a hit and misses video a long time ago, and I haven't mentioned it again. I meant to talk about it in my best of 2018 skincare video and forgot. So I just wanted to talk about it here today. This is the Jet Lag Mask, and I really like this mask. It is one of those simple masks. It feels just like lotion when you put it on your skin. You can wipe it off with tissue, and I like it because it's really hydrating but doesn't make me feel oily. This is the type of mask that I put on when I'm feeling a little bit dry and I don't want the fuss or the mess. I can just put this on and leave it on for 15 or 20 minutes and take it off. I can sleep with it. You can leave the house with this one on and nobody knows you have anything on your face. It doesn't leave a residue or anything like that. So it's just really good. It's like white when you open it. It's like it disappears on the skin, okay? But it is very hydrating. So I really like this mask. It has a nice refreshing tingling sensation, but not uncomfortable. It just has this soothing tingle and it is very good. It's Summer Fridays Jet Lag Mask and I purchased it at Sephora and I love it. This is the Kopari Save Face Oil. I got this 50% off at a 21 Days of Beauty sale at Ulta, and I remember that it was expensive, but I got it half off, and I thought, if I like this, what am I going to do? Because it was that pricey. I can't remember what it is originally or what I paid, but I think it wasn't cheap. But this is so good. It feels like silk going on your skin. And if you rub it on your skin and then you go in with your moisturizer before it has completely absorbed, then your moisturizer feels like silk. So it just feels so good. So if you like face oils that don't break you out, like I haven't had any issues with breaking out, I just really like it. I tend to like to use this more at night than I do during the day before makeup, but I think that it would be fine before makeup. This is a sample. I've been trying to go through my samples that I have all over the house, and this is a Purity Philosophy sample. When I was working at Sephora, I noticed that I was restocking this a lot and people were using it a lot, and this is just a really good everyday cleanser. Once I have removed my makeup and I go in with my second wash, this is very, very good. I want to purchase this, but I'm trying to use every cleanser I have before I go buy another one. I have so many of these little tiny bottles all over the place and I'm just like sick of it and I want to use them all, and this is really good. So I'm hoping that once I go through everything that this might be one of the winners that I'll want to go buy, but it is definitely good and I recommend it. It's by Purity. This is the smaller version of what the big bottle looks like. Okay, want to talk about this expensive LUMIÈRE. Want to talk about this expensive face cream. It's like a moisturizer. This is the LUMIÈRE, the moisturizing soft cream. There's another one that is more rich. This is like a less oily version of the cream, the original cream. And this is the tiniest one, and I can't remember how much is in here, but not much. This is only 0.5 ounces. So I think this is half an ounce, okay? Look at how small it is. It comes with the little scooper. And I have used quite a bit of it, but I tried to use it really sparingly, but I just kind of went in recently because I've been so dry lately. I wasn't going to really talk to you guys about this product because I think this little half an ounce is $85 and a full ounce is $175. And I'm honestly not sure that I'm gonna buy it again, and I can promise you I won't buy it at full price. If I buy it again, it will be when it's on sale. That's the only thing that would make me not buy it, is the price. I really like the moisturizer. When I had my normal combination skin, I felt like this was a little bit heavy, but when I have drier skin, this is perfect. And it was one of the only things that was hydrating my skin. Some of these other masks work, but as far as moisturizer, sometimes I just felt like I kept putting moisturizer on. But when I put this on, I felt like my skin was more hydrated. It may have been in my head, I don't know, but it really seemed to work for that. So I want to buy it again, but I just don't know if I want to spend $85 on half an ounce. That won't last me very long. So I want to tell you guys that it's good, but it is very pricey, and I'm not sure if I'm going to keep it in my collection or not. One more skincare. This is the Dove Exfoliating Body Polish, and I got this from Influencer. I have had it before, like tried it before, and I really like this body polish. I've used quite a bit of it. Sometimes you need to exfoliate different parts of your body other than your face, and that's where things like this come in handy. The smell of this is great. Crushed macadamia and rice milk. So that smells delicious. I love this. If you're looking for a body polish, you want to get rid of dead skin cells and soften up your body, that this Dove Exfoliating Body Polish is very, very good. I'm mentioning this again for people who might be new to my channel. If you've been here a while, you might have heard me mention this before, but I just want to tell new folks about this. This is the Cinema Secrets Makeup Brush Cleaner, and I bought the big bottle. I think this is the only one I've purchased. And it is really good for removing makeup from your brushes, and it has this little container that this big bottle comes with. The only thing is, you really can't use this every single time you clean your brushes, or it won't last long. So I typically will still wash my brushes, and I think that that's good for brushes. This is kind of a solution that just pulls the makeup off of your brushes like instantly, and your brushes are still soft and usable, and your brushes are usable almost instantly. Like, it only takes 5 minutes or so and your brushes are dry and ready to use. So this is not water. So this is great for a quick cleaning. So it works out great for me as a YouTuber when I need to use my brushes for a video and they might look a little bit something. I can clean my brushes, set up for filming, and they're ready to go. So that's what's so good about this. And it says quick drying, rinse-free formula. So you don't have to rinse it. It dries really fast. This is something that any makeup lover who has a lot of makeup brushes should definitely have. I finally found a drugstore primer that I really like. This is the e.l.f. Poreless Face Primer. I'm actually wearing it today. It kind of blurs, and I just like the way it goes on my skin. I even like the smell of this. It just smells really nice. So it does have a little bit of a fragrance. So I've been using it a lot. This is the larger size. It does come in a smaller one as well. I think this one is $10 and the smaller one is $6. So it is affordable, and I do like this primer. And so finally found a drugstore primer that I can stand behind. I like this one. I filmed a review on this foundation and I was on the fence about it, and I liked it, but I wasn't sure if it was worth the price tag. It's a $120 foundation, and I'm starting to see like little gaps in, you see those little gaps? That's where I've been using it. The foundation is down here now. So I kept using it and I kept reaching for it. And I don't think it's just because it costs $120. Something about this foundation made me continue to want to wear it. I like how my skin looks. I like that natural finish. It's just a beautiful foundation. I like how it wears. I feel like it's not a completely matte foundation. I have to use certain primers and things like that with it to get the best look out of it, and certain powders. This is good, but it costs $120. So if you can get it on sale, or it's just a treat for yourself for your birthday or whatever, then go for it. I'm probably going to buy it again. But I'm hoping again that I can purchase it when it's on sale and I don't have to pay full price for it. I mentioned this before. I love this foundation, and I really wish that it came in a deeper shade. This is 70 Beige, and it is the deepest shade that they make, and it is not even dark enough for me. See how light that is? Okay, it is really light, but it is close enough because it is the right undertone, because I'm kind of a neutral undertone. I'm not sure if this is neutral or warm, but it is close enough to my complexion that I can make it work. And I can wear it by itself. I love the finish alone. But I also purchased this Chanel Le Tint Ultra Tenue, and I've been combining these. I hate to tell you guys about this because I think they're doing away with this one and they've come out with another one. I discovered this foundation, so I'm hoping that the one that they've replaced it with is similar. But this is like full coverage, and this one is less full coverage, more like medium. But I like this finish, the Perfection Lumiere Velvet. I kind of like this finish better than this one. And this is too dark for me right now, and this is too light. So you know what I've been doing? combining them and been getting the perfect finish. This is what I had on for my lip swatch video, and my skin was amazing. I will definitely keep rebuying this and hope that when I run out of this that I can find a match in the new foundation, but these are gorgeous on the skin. Gorgeous. Whenever I am wearing a concealer that doesn't cover my dark circles as much, I oftentimes will reach for this Age Rewind that I have. This is Honey Medium, and I think they have deeper shades now, but this one works fine for me. It says Age Rewind and Eraser of Dark Circles, and it really does. I don't know what is in this that really removes dark circles, but if I put this on, even if I'm wearing it with another concealer that doesn't do as good a job with my dark circles, this really makes my dark circles disappear. Because I bought those other ones, I want to use them, so I've just been pairing them with this. So this is really good. Nothing new, but really good. Let me go back to this primer. I've had this a long time, the Tarte Clean Slate Timeless Smoothing Primer, and I have been going back to it in my T-zone area to keep me from getting super oily and to keep my foundation more matte. And I have realized how much I love this. This was a ride or die product that I used all the time when I first got into makeup. I just used this primer all the time. Then I kind of got away from it and started using other primers. And if you want to stay matte and you want your pores filled, this is magic. It works wonders, and I will be buying this again at some point. I love it. I forgot to mention this Guerlain primer, and this is kind of different for me. It adds that hydration and a little bit of radiance, but it doesn't really blur. But I actually have really enjoyed this. I don't typically use it with the LUMIÈRE. Sometimes I do, and I might use my Tarte, but I like this. This has been working for me. I like it. I can't say that it's my absolute favorite of all time, but I do like it. I do think it's good. And if there's somebody out there who's been wanting to try it, I would say go for it. You might really, really like it. I've been enjoying it, and I've used quite a bit of it, so I like it. The Beauty Bakerie Flour Better Not Bitter powder. This stuff is amazing. It gives you the smoothest under eye, and the yellow is just a perfect yellow, and it's mattifying. I love this, and you don't get very much. This is the yellow one, as I said. You don't get a full ounce of this, but it is so good. Like, I think this was $24, this little bit here. So I like it. I'll buy this again. It is very good. Wanted to mention this BECCA Be a Light palette because I have been using this quite a bit. I think this one is brightening and this one's blurring, even though it looks like it should be the other way around. And this is blush and that is contour. The contour isn't as dark as I typically like for my contour to be. It's more like a color of a bronzer shade to me. I wore it in that video where I talked about my graduation, and I had just this radiance and glow, and I had this on. So it gives you a very radiant finish, and it's all in one. So these types of products, these palette type things, I like using when I'm going to work because I can just grab one product and do a whole lot with it. And this blush is very, very beautiful on. It's deep, but it's really pretty. And this one is the darker one. They have one that is lighter, but I think that this is a pretty good palette, and I have been using it a lot in February, and I think in January I used it a lot too. In keeping with that type of product, this Hourglass Radiant Light, I just keep finding out how beautiful this is. Like every time I use it, when you put this on at first, I just think you don't really see that smoothing radiance. You may see it, you may not. This product shows up as the day goes on. So as you continue to wear it, your face will show that luminous finish. Like I just start to see that luminous finish. I can tell I put this on as the day goes on, more so than when I first put it on. So this is also really good for just giving you that smooth, radiant finish. I like this one. And again, this is the Ambient Radiant Light by Hourglass. I mentioned a lot of these already in other videos, but this is the Black Radiance Pressed Powder in Cafe, and this is one of my favorites as far as bronzers. I really love the color of this. It's just really, really pretty, guys. It's a rich kind of reddish brown color. Do you see that? And I love how that looks on the skin. When I filmed my video about all my favorite bronzers what worked for me, what didn't work. I didn't have this yet, and so I don't know that I've talked about it or swatched it like this for you guys, and I just wanted to let you guys know how good this is. Whenever I apply it, my skin just looks beautiful. Because it's also just a pressed powder, it just gives me this beautiful finish. It's not just that it bronzes the skin, it gives you a gorgeous finish. So it is really good, and it's like $5. It's so good. Now, my high-end ones that I can also say the same thing about are these two by Bobbi Brown. This was like a different type of packaging. I don't think that they use this one all the time. This one is the dark. Okay, that's dark. And then let me swatch deep really quickly. And it looks like this. Okay, and the same kind of thing. Let me put the cafe beside it too, just so you guys can see. This is deep, dark, and let's give cafe a spot. Okay, see how like similar, and this one actually has more brown in it. These are a little bit more red in their pigment, but same kind of thing. It's something about these three powders that they're matte. My overall finish for my foundation and my complexion just look beautiful. So the powder is just this perfect matte powder. I tested out this little blush. So little. This is really good blush. And I just love the finish of it. It's a pinky color, but it's just got the perfect amount of pigment, and it's very soft on the skin, but it's so buildable and you can make it really intense. But I really have enjoyed it, and I'm actually very happy I bought the mini. If you're a beauty guru and you have like a collection, are you really going to go through all of these products? So sometimes it's just more cost effective and makes more sense to buy the small one. I wanted to mention this highlighter again. Also tested it out in that same video. I've like gone through it. It looks so rough. It looks so rough. These are just like so pretty. Pigment here of this highlighter, it's just gorgeous. Okay, you've got choices and options, and it's really smooth on the skin. It doesn't accent texture, and I like mixing them together, but it is beautiful. And so I've really enjoyed the Charlotte Tilbury highlighter, and it has gotten a whole lot of love in January and February. I love it. Love it. I wanted to talk about this Soft Glam palette again. I talked about it in my best of 2018 year in video, and I really kind of felt like my Norvina palette outdid this palette in 2018, and it kind of did. I really just for some reason was drawn to the Norvina palette and used it a lot. I used this one a lot in the beginning, and then Norvina came along and I stopped using this one as much. But I picked it up recently and went back to it, and I'm in love with it again. Even though I love the Norvina palette and I love the Modern Renaissance palette, as far as everyday palettes goes, you can't beat this palette. Like, this is probably my favorite everyday palette of any of the Anastasia Beverly Hills palettes that I have. And you can do a smoky eye with it because you have this black. You can do so much with this palette, but it's just beautiful. Her eyeshadows are my favorite for blending of any of my eyeshadows, I think. Like, if I want this really blended look, then hers, and then I think Morphe. Like, for some reason the Morphe palettes, they always blend out and give me gradients, and these do as well. I went back to this palette, fell in love with it again, wanted to put it in my favorites, been using it all month. Also, the other palette that I have kept on my vanity that I want to talk about is this one by Urban Decay that my daughter got me for Christmas. I would not have purchased this palette. I just wasn't drawn to it. It's got so many shadows in it that I don't always use, so I just wasn't gonna buy it. But she got it for me, and I love this palette. I'm wearing it today. The formula of these shadows is just perfect for its purpose. Like, it's an on-the-run palette. There's not a ton of fallout, and they're not overly intense shadows. Like, I don't think they're super foiled or anything like that. They're just pigmented, and they blend well if it's a matte, and the shimmers are this type of shimmer that can go from day to night. You don't look too jazzed up when you wear this. So it can fit every type of situation. That's what I think makes this so gorgeous. And I've worn it a lot here, even on my channel. Like I wore it in my NYX video. I had some of these on and it was just gorgeous. I had it on for the best of 2018 video itself. I had this on. For today, I'm wearing, this is one of the shadows that I have on, and I'm wearing this one as well. Like, look at these, okay? They're just beautiful. Okay, can you see them on my eye? Okay, you can take this one palette if you're traveling somewhere and that's it. And you can do everything you need to do with this. So it's just great. These Marc Jacobs little pots here, I never mentioned these. These are Sequin, Paparazzi, and Topaz Flash. Look at this. Let me see if I can swatch that one. Oh. Gosh, it's so pretty. I think I've used Paparazzi the most. I barely have a dent in it. That's Paparazzi. I just wanted to mention these are really good. They're kind of expensive if you think about the fact that you're only getting one pot. And I can't remember what I paid for them. I never can remember what I paid for them, but I don't remember them being cheap. But they're really good. If you want to have a glamorous look and you don't want to go through a lot of trouble, you can take one of these and just pop it all over the lid and it's gorgeous. And I do that a lot. When I want to look like I tried harder than I did, I'll use these little Marc Jacobs things here. So they're really good. This is the spicy sangria that I have on today. Now that I have so many of the Shine Compulsion lipsticks, you'll see them a lot. I don't typically wear deep shades on my lips, especially to work every day. But something about this shade, I just thought it was gorgeous. And I actually wore it at the house to work. I'll wear it for other occasions, but not necessarily to work. I just usually wear nudes and kind of try to fly under the radar as far as my lips, but I really wanted to wear this. These are a favorite, just them in total, but this particular color I have been wearing and I like it. I've been wearing the Baddest Beige and Undressed Pink the most, but once I bought this, I started wearing this a lot too. It's Laura Geller. I wanted to mention this. It was tucked away in my drawer and I used to use it a lot. You can tell it's been loved. And I went back to it recently and I just keep grabbing it a lot. It's just this gorgeous, look at that highlight. Oh my gosh. I like this highlighter for every day and it's just beautiful on the skin. Laura Geller Gilded Honey is this highlighter and it used to be one of those cult favorites that everybody talked about and I just think it's beautiful and I went back to it recently and keep picking it up. I had this Sephora lip gloss in like 3 shades. I'm actually wearing this on top of the Maybelline lipstick that I'm wearing. And this one I just got, it's a new shade. It's the number 3. I think it says something else, but I can't read it. And it's kind of a peachy color. And it's one of those plumping glosses that I tell you guys about all the time. See how it looks here? But on this lip, it's going to kind of blend in. This is really pretty and it plumps. And it's affordable. I think these cost $12. I have it in like a clear, a nude, and then this shade, and I really like this shade. I'll link them down below, but it's a Sephora plumping lip gloss that reminds me of my Dior plumping lip gloss. So if you're into that and you want to try something like that, but you don't want to spend $34, $35, $6, you can get this for $12. Okay everybody, that concludes my February favorites. I hope that you all have enjoyed it. Please make sure that you like, comment, and subscribe. And I'll be seeing you guys again very soon in my next one. So until the next time we meet again, this is Savvy, signing out.